Hello everyone. How are we doing today? It's Thursday, a lot of places. This Thursday, right? Yeah, it's Thursday. I lose track of days sometimes. I swear if it wasn't for these streams, I would forget what day it is a lot more than I do. But since Sib is still down with the sickness, wah, I'm gonna do another day of Spirit Island. And I've got a friend with me, yeah! That friend is Drake. Hey, Drake. I'm gonna keep that part dark here. But I made sure I had something a little special thrown together real quick. Hey, friend, do I know them? No, I don't think you do. I would like to introduce you, Drake Von Dragon. Meet Drake Von Dragon. Very similar names, surprisingly enough. Are you sure you don't know them? Oh, hi, stranger. Oh, hey, look! Drake in the game is saying hello to Drake and the stream. Alright, there we go. Got that set up. Not exactly a Sabathos, but I did want to make sure Drake had their name on the stream. So yeah, gonna be playing with Drake. A couple of things going into the multiplayer on this. Whoever is the host can control where is it? What power, fear, event, and blight cards? Honorary sib status. The host can control the power, fear, event, and blight cards or expansions. So I'm hosting and I own all of these stuff. I can toggle these on and off. Since Drake does not own all of these, Drake can only play spirits that they own. So I cannot give them like Fathomless Mud of the Swamp. One, I can't replace a spirit I don't control. Two, they just wouldn't be able to use it in the first place. So if you have that one friend that gets everything, you can see aspects of everything playing with them. But you would have to get the DLC yourself to play those spirits. I want to be very upfront with how the multiplayer aspect works for this, just in case anyone stepping in is curious. That said, Drake seems to have picked River Surges in Sunlight. What is River? Your presence in wetlands counts as sacred site, so you only need one presence in a wetland for that. That can let you spread presence elsewhere if needed. That's cool. Pushing, or instead deal damage and push. Dead 2 damage to each invader. Ooh. Also, chat cannot be seen on stream. Is that meant to be that? Wait, when did that? Oh. No, that's not supposed to be so. Thank you for the heads up on that. Let me see what's going on. There it goes. Caster Labs just had to be restarted. Alright, so River looks like a lot of pushability The hand. If you target yourself, gain an energy. If you target another spirit, they gain an energy per power card. Okay. It happened yesterday, or... Oh, I'm sorry. If I'd have realized that, I'd have tried to fix it yesterday. My mistake. 1 damage. If target land is coastal, plus 1 damage. Gathering Dahan. Ooh, you get to add a Dahan. That's always a nice effect to have, being able to add Dahan. With how many different powers there are that rely on Dahan, and them being able to, retaliate if they survive. The more Dahan, the better, usually. And pushing. Okay. My first instinct with you being very pushy is Ocean's Hungry Grasp, because they get to turn the oceans into coastal wetlands. So you can, well, their own oceans into coastal wetlands. Let's see. Oceans on boards with any of your presence. Ooh, so I could, expand down into your board. Can I actually push onto your tiles? Yeah, you can push onto whatever tiles. Like, they would be connected. Like, this is your board. I'm about to start rotating down here. Like, you can see along this line here, those are connected lands. You can push from one onto the other. And I could expand onto yours, like placing presence over there. But yeah. Oceans on boards with any of your presence, which that kind of line right there helps reinforce that, are treated as coastal wetlands for powers and blight. Any invaders or Dahan moved to those oceans are drowned. So with all the pushing you do, we could set up oceans for drowning the invaders. And I can exchange X health of these invaders for 1 energy, where X is the number of players. That would be really helpful for energy on my side, but that can also be a great way to get rid of them. Push into oceans? Yeah. A restriction, though. I can't place presence on inland land. See if it'll pull up. So, like on this board, I could place on 1, 2, and 3, and the ocean. I wouldn't be able to place any presence on any of these, 4 through 8. And if I expanded down into your board, similar situation, 1, 2, and 3, and the F tile here. But if we keep ocean on either side like that, which is part of where rotating comes into play, we can start to push. I probably have to move there to push for presence. Probably. Or if I just have longer range powers, like Grasping Tide, I can, use it 1 out from my presence. So if you start pushing towards the ocean from wherever you're at, then I can start, grabbing them, essentially. Target spirit gains 2 energy and may push 1 town and up to 2 Dahan from one of their lands. Oh, yeah. Like, that doesn't even matter where you have presence, I believe. Their lands might mean you have a presence. It might just mean, hey, this land is on your board. If Dahan are pushed into your ocean, you may move them to any coastal land instead of drowning. Yeah, gather 1 explorer. I'm basically pulling them into the ocean. Usually don't see gather on explore. Huh. Yes, any coastal land. So they get pushed into my ocean. I, you know, carry them to another land tile. Pulling the other side of the island, if it's a coastal land. But again, a coastal land is specifically along the ocean part, not just edgeable. So yeah, I could sweep them into the ocean from my one here. I will click on the board and drop them off on your one down here. You know what? Yeah. I believe ocean is another base spirit, but it's a good way to show some of the synergy that you can start to get between spirits. This is more of an extreme case, you know, the pushing and ocean pulling, but the idea is there. There are a lot of strategies you can come up with between spirits. Like, I'm sure there are some more advanced spirits I could probably try to show off for that. But this is this is just such an obvious synergy potential that yeah. Okay. Not gonna bring in adversaries for you jumping in. Not gonna do scenarios for you jumping in. This bonus spirit growth. Most spirits get a bonus growth at the end of something. Nah. We're gonna leave all of these play options on and leave all the reduced difficulty options on. So, let's try this out. Like, that also kind of shows how much thought goes into even the initial setup for how you want to do this. Click land to place. Let me double check. Put 2 on your starting board, 1 in the ocean, 1 in a coastal land of choice. Okay. Let's see. If I go into 3 here, that puts me as close as possible to getting a presence on your board as well. Oh. This is saying in any ocean, not just in my ocean. So it doesn't matter if I place it closer to your board. Oh. That's such an obvious turn 1 move. For placing presence. Yeah, I'm gonna place up here in 1 then. Because it gives me access to 8 on my board. Invader exploring the sands. Oh hey, I've got sands. Let's see. Multiplayer status can reassign spirits. Save for later, request full sync. All players agree, full sync will load the last known good state. Undo from that point require undo. Okay, I'm poking at a couple of the multiplayer aspects because I haven't really done multiplayer on this. So, another spirit is choosing a group. Let's see, I'm at 0. These are fast. Gather. If target land is ocean, you may gather another. I could. Two and defend 4. I don't really need to defend. Idle Boon is going to be slow, so it'll be after the growth, or the build. That's potentially pushing the town from one into your ocean. And then we can reassign Dahan. If I play... How many card plays do I have? I'm going to be placing 2 presents. So I'll get 2 card plays here, and then I can give myself Moon as well. Yeah. And then I'll have 1 energy. So I could do Call of the Deeps. Again, Tidal Boon does need the other spirit's presence to be there for the... Does it? Okay. I wasn't sure if their land meant, their board or presence. Also, hey again, sort of rodent. Thank you for the heads up on that. We'll have to consider that. Okay. Still don't need the defend. I've looked at that a couple of times now. Probably will do Call of the Deeps. Going ahead and gathering some explorers into oceans to get them away. Nice. Target land has to be coastal. Yeah, that makes sense. I would have 1 of each of those and Moon if I go here. Let's see. Just straight up being able to drown 1. Building up Ocean Breaks the Shore sounds really, really nice. I'll push the town explorers from 8 to 5 and give you extra. From 8 to 5. Okay. Uh, Drowning Dahan doesn't... I mean, you lose the Dahan, which is unfortunate. But Swallow the Land Dwellers might be something I'm considering on 1 here. I should go ahead and click this because I know I'm going to be doing this one. At the very least, I want 1 ocean, or 1 presence in your ocean. Do I go ahead and put a second one there, or do I put it in mine? Zero. I've already got that there, that's fine. Put it on mine for now. Go ahead and get Moon. Can I see what cards you have played anywhere? I can see what's still in your hand. Yep, just click below plus on reverse push. Oh, okay. Okay. Handy. Push up to 3, that's slow. Energy per power card they played this turn. Okay. And that's fast. And then push from a sacred site. Okay. Do keep in mind the push from a sacred site. I don't know if you were trying to build for it or if it's just happenstance. There aren't any in 7 for you right now. Oh, you'll be able to wash away from 1, it looks like. Oh, you said you're going to be pushing from 8 to 5. Hmm. Okay. Yep. Oh, my side. Oh. My cards. Plus. There we go. Me doing multiplayer stuff is going to be interesting. Gather. Do I want fear? Or do I want to go ahead and drown? I also push from 2 into the ocean if we want a definite drown. You would not be able to push from 2. 2 is a city. It is the 3 houses. The 3 little buildings icon. Wash away is only the 2 buildings. So there will be a town in 1 by the time you can play that. Okay. Oh, no. Call of the Deeps is fast. I was gonna say I could let you push, or wait until you push and then Call of the Deep. Call of the Deeps is fast. I think I just wait until next turn for Call of the Deeps and do Wall of the Land Dwellers and Tidal Boot for now. Does that help though? Like, it gives me Ocean Breaks the Shore, but I don't think that'll actually be useful this turn. If I'm already going to be doing Swallow the Land Dwellers on 1, I don't have a town to do a brown after that. And this just gives energy, not elements. Yeah. I would have had to do Call of the Deeps to get the... I'll leave it be. If I can't do the power's incidental. Or if I can't do the innate, that's incidental. Finish that. Yay, energy. And and then it's going into mountain. Okay. So I could go ahead and give you some energy and let you push a town. Unless you want to do wash away first. No. Contemplating clearing the one now. Can you? Oh yeah, you could. Using wash away. Woo! Yay, water for the water gods? Eh? Oh, one away from a sacred. So you could actually... Idea, if you don't mind a rewind. So, if you don't mind a rewind, we could actually get rid of the town from 8, I believe. Because you could use... massive flooding to push it from 8 to 5. I could use Tidal Boon on you to let you push it from 5 to 1. And then you could wash away from 1 into the ocean. So that'll be that cleared out. And that's one less town to have to worry about. Okay. And more fear. And then poor little Dahan here. I don't want to do it to him. But it's going to be happening. And then I don't really have anything for this to target. All right. Okay, push or press, add a presence to a coastal land. And the ocean would count as a coastal wetland. So I could add one down here before forcibly pushing. Would that help enough? Potentially, actually. From my side, at least. Because if I push up into 3, then 6 would be 1 away. And I could actually defend it. I don't think I can do anything to help you on 8. So I'm going to get a water. Oh! Wait, why not? Add a presence to coastal land. Oceans on boards with any of your presence are treated as coastal wetlands. For powers and blight, not for growth. Never mind. Okay, I see the issue. I do still want to do this, though. Leaving AP for now. With Flash Floods, I can kill the Explorer on either my 4 or your 5. It is going to get, I take 4 damage, though, between the City and the Explorer. Which means you will lose a presence because of Blight getting put there. I will push this way, and we'll see what card I end up getting. What power I end up getting. So we'll be going for a minor power. One away from Sacred Site. Yeah, but if you can defend 3, then that'll protect it from getting blighted, even if you're not dealing damage. Oh, see, like, Guardian Serpents would be tempting. If you had a Sacred Site right there. An 8. But obviously, we couldn't have known that until this, so rewinding, yeah. Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn? Interesting. That does... typically need, what? Moon, air, water, earth? It does give moon and water. Hole Beneath the Hungry Earth gives 3 elements that just work for me. Founding Mists gives 2 that just work for me. Like, all of these give at least 2 elements that are beneficial. That's kind of cool. Uh, I'm already planning to fear and defend 4 on that. I believe River can't change their growth option now, but can change where their presence. Really? So they could, so Drake could put their presence on 8, like change it over to that. Because if so, Guardian Serpents should let you defend there and protect you from taking uh any blight, any damage. And again, as far as elements go, these are all at least somewhat beneficial, so that's not an issue. Not like I'm playing completely against anything benefiting me for that. You surviving benefits me anyways, so yeah. Tells me all players must agree. Oh. Um is that under undo? Oh. Is that under the undo option? Or is that elsewhere that I'm not seeing? I do appreciate the little tidbits of help, sort of rodent. It's so helpful. Okay, it's just undo. Cool. From the growth panel rather than a full undo. Oh, this little button up here in the top center. Okay. Thank you. So then, yeah, you'll get a beast token and a defense there. I play that. I play this. Okay. Finish playing card. And I know it was brought up yesterday, but chance to point it out. Now we need 8 fear per card because there's 2 of us. So twice as much fear to get to fear victories with 2 players, but still worthwhile. Okay. I target you with these. Can I... Oh, that made a weird sound. Flash floods. Okay. I mean, the 1 damage would kill off an explorer, if nothing else. Could kill off the explorer in 4. Or there. Yeah, that works. Either way. And then I wanted to grab... I see my mistake. I did not look at target land being coastal. I was looking at 1 away from my stuff. I did a whoops. So 6 is getting a blight on it. Better that you're defended because you already had a presence there, though. I can push towns from either place, but I think more easily from mine. That works. Yeah. So I won't actually be able to defend that. My mistake. I can at least use it to generate fear. And there's going to be a build... there's not going to be a build on 2. I don't think it will... I don't think it would matter that much. We're still gonna at least get the fear. And I was planning on reclaiming cards next turn anyways, so I would have Grasping Tide back either way. So, initial plan didn't work out, but I still get some benefit. Let's fear this one. All living things sometimes act in unanticipated ways. Invaders have begun to find hidden places of natural power. You may let the island's strength repulse them. Each sacred site pushes one explorer or town to an adjacent land. Remove 1 blight per player from the blight card, returning it to the box. That doesn't sound good. Because that would reduce how much blight we have left for leeway. Guard them yourself for well or ill. 3 energy per land where you do. Damage aided by sun. Been 3 for all. Each land with sacred site and invaders either do 2 damage or destroy 1 presence from each spirit. Fire, not sun. We have... It says there's only 1 land with... Which, it's already protected. And you said you'll be able to deal 1 damage, right? Actually. Oh, you've already done Flesh Foots. I can throw some energy your way. And that was before new info, so beat you. Yeah. I think? Click the spirit to help the vote to help pay for the event. Shouldn't I have 5 health stored? Oh no, it automatically converts. Okay, that's why I've got 4 in the first place. Okay. Never mind. Each beast token generates one fear if invaders are present, and moves to an adjacent land if not. Oh, that's gonna get some fear for us. Uh, I'm just gonna choose for me. Oh well, doesn't matter. Each spirit with at least 4 Dahan among its lands gains a minor power. Ooh. Okay, what do we have here? Sucking Ooze looks enticing just for the elements right off the bat. Next time Dahan would be destroyed in target land, destroy 2 fewer Dahan, or push up to 3. That wouldn't actually protect from the drowning, sadly. Would protect from damage, but... Target spirit gains 2 energy. During time passes, target spirit may reclaim 1 power card instead of discarding it. Target another spirit, you may also reclaim 1 power card. Okay, interesting. Inflame the fire supply. Add 1... Oh, I'm going to mix up the tokens. Not disease. Or add 1 fear, or 1 fear and add 1... Oh, I used to know these tokens. This is when we go to the reference real quick. That one was disease, not wilds. So disease and strife. Invader to 0. Knew I was gonna mix them up now. 1 invader does 0 ravage. Okay. And if I have 3 animal elements, I do both, which would never happen. Unless I got a lot more animal cards. 2 fear if invaders are present. Isolate target land. Elements are good. Yay fear. Target land is sands or wetlands. And 1 range. Honestly, Sucking Ooze just looks like the best option for me in general. Does isolating a land prevent exploring? Still going to pick this. Invaders explore into wetland. Isolated lands cannot be explored even if there's invaders. Even if there's invaders there. Okay. Interesting. We were selecting powers. I forgot what phase we were on. Wow. Yeah, okay. I didn't think I had anything at the moment. If you can push a town into one of my land, I can crown it. Basically 1 or 3 on either board. And yum 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 yum. And we get some fear. I'm gonna have to get some water on my next break. I'm realizing the comedy of that statement, needing to get some water in a game with rivers and ocean. How dare. I guess I'm gonna go get water right now. Thanks for the hydrate, Drake. Okay, with that ordeal out of I don't try to play around most events, but there's a nasty one if Lone Dahan are in or adjacent to the city. Thank you for the heads up. Okay. That is a forced gather into ocean. That will be fine, probably. But I did want to reclaim cards. Let's... I should gain the power card first so that I have a better idea of which presence I want to pull into the ocean. Because the targeting might be relevant. Yeah. I can drag that around. Okay. I don't know if there's any I want to forget or would be willing to forget right now, honestly. Like, I've got the energy for a major power, but I like all of these. The closest is all of the deeps, but that still looks very useful for moving explorers around. I don't want to do that yet. Hmm. I think the next couple of turns I'm going to be clearing out card play presence. So the extra cards should still be nice. Target spirit gets +2 range with all their powers. Oh, I think I have to get that one on site. Mainly for myself, because holy crap. Yeah. Like, I'll look at all of the cards just to show them, but reaching grasp for ocean is insane. I just have to remember that if it says coastal land, that is still a restriction. Target spirit gains 1 energy. If you have at least 2 sacred sites, target spirit gains 1 energy. Target another spirit, they gain 1 energy. Okay. So minimum 1 energy for yourself, minimum 2 energy for someone else. Interesting. Purifying Flame, 1 damage per blight. And if target is mountain or stands, you may instead remove 1 blight. Blight removal is cool. Range with powers. I'm energy right now as I have no cards. You should probably reclaim your cards soon. Swarming Wasps. Add 1 beast token, or if target land has beast, push up to 2 explorers. Next turn, I promise. Yeah, I think I have to go with Reaching Grasp. Why didn't you reclaim this turn? Actually. Like, you can't really do anything. Like, if I'd have seen you say that before I picked a power, I'd have recommended changing. I just took a major card that lets the Hanan range one of my presence. That's nice, but if you don't have anything to play, Okay, so there's gonna be Ravaging in Mountain. I want to be clearing this. That range. I mean, I've got Grasping Tide, if nothing else, to defend on 2. 4 is a non-issue. There's only an Explorer. 6. The defend is only if there's a sacred site in that land. I'm assuming Isolate doesn't prevent Ravages. Wait, did River forget the major they just gained? Did you forget the major you gained? When you select a major card, you have to forget one of your cards. As in, you lose it. You can forget from your discard, I believe. I thought I played. No, you were selecting to forget a card. Oh. Sure, but I think that was to when I was selecting a power. Because I didn't realize you had done the thing. And I don't think we can change that setting now. Might be able to undo card gain from growth panel. I think they forgot the card before I had gotten this. And this would be new info. Yeah, that just goes back to me selecting, not undoing it entirely. Hmm. We can try another undo. Are you able to rewind on your growth panel, Drake? There's a thing that sometimes caused rewinds in Sentinels of the Multiverse, made by the same devs. I'm willing to try some shenanigans and request a full sync. If you click on the little box with 3 people in it, it should be the multiplayer status. That's a shame. Had to try for shenanigans. I'm assuming you can't rewind from that. Yeah, sorry. I thought I'd gone over it yesterday. Maybe I did, maybe you forgot, maybe I didn't. When you select a major power, you do have to forget one of your current powers, whether in your hand or your discard. And that does include the major you just gained. As an option. Reminder to Rodin, this is my first time playing. Yeah, mistakes are gonna happen. Like, it's a learning experience. What was I thinking? Ravages. Rodent, does isolation prevent ravages in the land? You ever see their growth panel? It's got a little leaf. So click the +1 card in third growth. They were saying they couldn't rewind, though. Oh, I can't. Oh, cool. Yep. I don't know how you would get to your discard from that. I think it's just the top right little icon from the selection. Thank you very much. Holy crap. Excellent major for River. Aim to loot. Bargains of power and protection. Move. one of your presence on the island from the game. From now on, each Dahan within one of your presence provides defend 1 in its life, and you gain 1 less energy. Oh, that is insane. And if you have Threshold, it comes from your track instead. Which, you're still losing an overall presence, but it coming from your track helps reveal more benefits of it. Alright, I'm moving presence. Okay. If you're defending, then 6 will have 2 defense in it, and that'll be a non-issue. And 2 I can defend. Okay. Let's pull from on and 1. I can always push them towards the center later. Most likely on your 3. Okay. You at least have a sight on my 4, so you still have stuff there. I do want to defend. What else do I want? We're gonna build wetland. I'm fast. I could just pull from 3 so they don't build there in the first place. That is coastal. If you play bargains again, it's cumulative. Defend 2 per Dahan and -2 energy per turn. We don't need that defend. I would only get 1 explorer, but it clears out the 3 on yours. I do that. And how is that looking? That gives extra fear. I think that's my best option. Because by the time the Ravage comes around, I'm going to request a presence towards either 6 or 7 to help protect 8 in the background. Or 8 in the back on mine. Yeah, because it's not just in your lands. Okay. It is time for, quick break, because Twitch and its ads and whatnot. This might be a slightly longer break. I do have a quick errand I need to run now-ish. Shouldn't be more than a few extra minutes, though. So, I will be back in a few minutes. We will be able to continue this game shortly. Oh, I need to reclaim next. Ah. And your reclaim doesn't let you place presence. That'll be fine. I'll figure something out. But yes, quick break. Be back in a few. Thank you everyone for helping with this. This has been fun so far. Loop. All right. I am so sorry for the extended break. I am back. Uh, Traffic decided it did not want to play nice today. Because of course not. Okay, we here. Yeah, we here. Uh, Incapable of traveling. Invaders do not explore, and isolated lands are not source of. Okay, but it does not prevent a ravage, which is a shame. Right, using powers. Oh, and we do have a fear card. Maybe the fear card will deal with this. Have you already used your power? Okay. Yeah. So. Do fear and defend 4. Definitely need that defend right there. Let's see. Gather. I wanted to do that to just avoid that building in the first place. And then fear. Yay, fear. Okay. On each board with 9 or more. What are we? We are on 2. Each board with 9 or more towns or cities. Build cards, skip the highest numbered matching land. On each board with 3 or fewer towns or cities. Build cards cause 1 extra build action in the highest numbered matching land. This can affect the land without invaders. Oh! Well, 1, 2. 1, 2. That's going to cause an extra build. That's annoying. We don't have to worry about ransack and run because we're only on the 2 there. The highest number matching land. That's going to be 7 on your board, 8 on my board. Two fear per board with 2 or more beast tokens. Hey, your board has 2 beast tokens. And when invaders ravage, if the land has both Dahan and Presence, defend 5. Ooh. You're getting very defensive this round. Each player removes 1 explorer from it. Really? Well. Well, that happened. Okay. Nothing there, nothing there. And the explorers die there. Or invaders die there. That's gonna build a town and a city, which, ugh. That's gonna build a town and city. Which, ugh. Oh, and then we're going to mountains again. Fun. Okay. Okay, okay. Push up to 3. 1 damage if target land is coastal, +1. Gather. Because the ravages in your 7 and my 8 look bad. Your 7, that's going to be 6 damage. You could prevent 3 of that win. No, you couldn't, because River's Bounty would be after the Ravage. Hmm. That helps. Yeah, that defends enough to protect that. Okay, my side, though. What can I do? Fear if invaders are... Isolate doesn't help. Playing a 3rd card wouldn't really help. I couldn't get a Sacred Site into 8 for the defend. It's not coastal. Hmm. That's going to be very unfortunate for the Dahan there. I think if I want to try to protect the Dahan there, the only option I'd really have is to gain a power card and hope for the... Because the fast here is just fear. And my only defend options wouldn't cover it. Might just have to accept that that's getting a blight on it. Hmm. Hmm. If I just accept it's getting a blight, I could either make my way to an earth element or 3 card plays. I've got the energy for the card play. Or if I just stick with 2 card plays. Oh. Okay, you choose. I think I'll be fine going for a power card. I'll go for another minor one. Because I still don't want to actually lose any of these. Before your presence is getting removed. Okay. Fast or slow? I don't know if it'll be relevant, but... Oh. Ocean can save you. I overlooked the town there. Yeah, I can throw Guardian Serpent there, if nothing else. Plus, that'll get a second beast on my island. Oh. Yeah, I think I will be playing Swallow the Land Dwellers for 2 after the build. And Guardian Serpents to protect for E4. It's not like I'll get to a third play right now, so... Yeah, let's see what power card I get. Called Isolation. Push 1 for Dahan. Oh. That would drop that to only 3 damage. Well, no, I'm playing other cards right now. I wouldn't have enough for the Reaching Grasp. So push 1 Explorer Town per Dahan, or push 1 Dahan. 1 fear. What? 1 fear, 1 damage. 1 damage to Dahan. Add 1 of everything. That's a wild looking card. Huh. The Beast token, I know. Disease. I forget the name. Disease prevents build. I forget the name, but that prevents damage from 1 explorer. Wilds prevents explorer. Blight is blight. I don't know that first one. Wow. Scour the land. 2 from a sacred site. Destroy 3 towns and all explorers and add a blight. If you have 3 wind, this power may be fat. Badlands increases damage there by 1. Oh, wow. I have 3 wind, or 3 air, which I would only have 1 even playing that. Okay. And then for each Dahan present, choose a different invader, 1 damage to each of those invaders, or push up to 3 Dahan. I'm not actually thrilled with any of these. Like, elements-wise, Veil the Knight's Hunt looks fine. And I mean, it's cool if you can set up Dahan and invaders, especially with your Dahan defending the way they do. I might pick that and just use it either either use it next turn or forget it for a major. It would kind of depend on what the Explorer showed. Yeah, I think it at least has the best potential for use still. Don't need the +1 energy right now. Like, it would build towards Earth. Be back to the Han from 8. Not sure it's worth it. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure it is. Like, it's unfortunate to lose to the Han with Drake being able to get the defense, but I would be letting them build up on 2 instead, or losing uh Drake some presence on 4, which would cause cascading blight. Yeah, no, I'm not letting that happen. Not with light there already. I'm gonna work towards a 3rd play. River can just make more. Probably be fine. Coastal land. Where do I want you? What have we got? 1 mountain already, so it's probably, coastal and then wetland, sand, or forest. We haven't gotten forest yet, surprisingly. This should be fine because I'm planning on drowning here and then defending next turn. Or I could just go ahead and make a sacred site a little bit further inland. Hmm. I at least want 1 presence over here at 1. It gets it closer to 8 in case something does come up that's useful. I'll get a 3rd presence down here. Do I need a 3rd presence down here? So I'm pushing this towards 1 for similar reason. At worst, 2 away. It's 2 away. Yeah, just so I can get a sacred site down here as well, if really needed. I I screwed up on the... this is why I shouldn't get disrupted on this. That Aaron... Uh... Rewind that real quick. Sacred site, that. Move 1 there. We're targeting. Want that. We want this. Yeah. Okay. So, am just taking the loss on 8. But it'll be fine. I need more cards with air. Which, Veil the Knight's Hunt, sure, but... Okay, target the Spirit. So now if you target E4, it'll be protected. Oh, am I cheating? I don't know why I was thinking Drake had to select. We are on Healthy Island. The next Explore card matches all lands without Counter City instead of the printed land type. Ignore any expansion. Oh, that's... Huh. I don't like that. That's gonna be a lot of explorers. On each board, choose a land with disease. In that land, 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to the Han. That's kinda nice, but... I don't think we get the 1 extra damage on that, sadly. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands either reclaims 1 power card or regains a unique power it previously forgot. Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna be getting that back anyways. That's handy. Each player removes 1 explorer from a land with Dahan. I mean, oh, I could drop the damage on E8 from 6 to 5. Still losing all the Dahan. So I think this is just a better option. That hurts to see. It was coastal lands anyway. If nothing else, it was one of the worst options, or one of the worst default options made even worse. Instead of also having coastal lands and this. So, silver linings. Okay, so I'm going to be drowning. I pushed something near you. You pulled it into the sea. If you push a town onto F3 or E3, I could drown it. So let me go ahead and Ground these. I don't think you can get a town to any of my other spots. And yum 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 yum. Okay, growth fade. They're gonna ravage mountains. That mountain's safe. Or F4 looks not so safe. My grasping tide only works on coastal. If you can place a presence in 4, I can push the Dahan from if you can place a presence. Wait, no. If it's one away, so your presence in F5 would work well enough. I could push the Dahan from F5 to F4, and that would defend it. Look at that, I am finding you. I like how I was super excited about reaching Grasp, and it's just not coming up yet. But yeah, my 2 plays, I could do Grasping Tide and Veil the Night's Hunt. To keep the mountains defended. And if that's the case, I could go ahead and get to a third play for sure. What would this actually... That put me at 2 water, 2... What do I need? 3 water, 2 stone for the big drown. Or 4 water, 3 stone. Earth, I guess I should say. That would give me both of those. Do I have a second? Third. I can get rid of the F2 city. Oh, can you? Oh, nice. No. Because by the time you would get to play infested aquifers, the disease token would be gone. It is slow, and there's going to be a build there this turn. So infested aquifers wouldn't actually deal any damage to the F2 city. The 2 damage from flash floods, yeah, that's great. Would I be able to throw some damage that way? With a third card. Ooh, actually. If there's no explore action, then the disease stays. Oh, but it's not a... It's a forest, not a sands or wetlands. No, there goes that option. Because that isolate would have been great for that. Discard. Already gonna be pushing 5 into that. Definitely picking these two. I think I'll reestablish it for next turn instead. Maybe grow some free range to Han. Keep in mind that if you're going to be doing that, the target land has to be mountain or wetlands for the disease token. So it won't be, you won't be able to target 2 there. You could... Oh, you don't have a presence in mind. If I extend your range... Would... Huh. Here's a thought for next turn. It would be getting the city on my side. But if I give you Reaching Grasp, you could set up the disease token in E2. And then you also have presence over there to flash floods it and aqueduct it. Or aquifers it. Next round, if you reclaim. Right, because you'd only get that again if you reclaimed. And if they didn't build again. For sure. Do you want the extra range or anything? Oh, I accidentally... How dare. There was musings about range, and if you were going to reclaim aquifers next turn, could kill off the city in E2. Or might just select Tidal of Boon to give you a push option for next turn. I think the question right now, do I need 2 presents placed? Infested aquifers is tricky to use. Help river with city. Yeah. Like, the issue right now is, sadly, there's going to be a build right there that gets rid of the disease, which hinders that plan. And I can't isolate it with sucking ooze because it's not a sands or wetlands. I think I only need 1 presence off here right now. Give me a 3rd card play, which would let me gain a power. How much does that build up? I would need a 2nd Earth if I want to drown a city. But it'll also have a town there. Yeah. No? There's not going to be a builder there. Talking about E2 now. Oh, yeah. So. Oh god, I just saw the time again. We'll at least get through the growth on this. What's on your mind? I'll be able to drown some stuff, I think. Drowning's always good. I really love the idea of reaching grasp, but it has done nothing so far. But I don't want to forget it for a major. I've literally been using everything else except reaching grasp. I think reaching grasp might have been a bit better if River wasn't able to push as much. F1 or E3. Yeah. If, I think reaching grasp would be better if River wasn't able to push as much. Ooh. No, you're right. As long as it's somewhere on the board? Wait, what? Oceans on boards with any... Oh, okay. That's actually really cool. Then yeah, go back to that. I lost my train of thought again. River being able to push, the boards being aligned the way they are, having coasts on this side, or on both sides of the boards, basically. Like, if the ocean was just one side of this board, I think reaching grasp would be a lot more useful. Or if, like, it was ocean up on the top left and then ocean on the bottom. Because the top right would be a bit more isolated. Actually contemplating forgetting reaching grasp for a major. And that just sounds insane to me. But I think it will depend on what major comes up. Has to down. Hello. Destroy the board containing target land and everything on that. Containing target land and everything on that board. All destroyed blight is removed from the game instead of being returned to the blight card. Oh. Hi. Huh. Which board would we... Probably the top board, considering E8 being the mess it is. Do it twice and win by literally taking the island down. I think that's a draw, but yes. I also don't think I have enough... Let's see. 2 sun, 2 moon, 4 island, or 4 water, 4 earth. I don't have enough card plays for that right now. And everything would have to have both water and earth. Yeah, water, earth. Water, earth, water, earth. That's 3 card plays, and if I uncover this earth, that would be enough on that front. And that'd be enough on the moon. I would have to get another sun somehow. That's... That's funny. Entwined power. You and target spirit may use each other's presence to target powers. Ooh. Target spirit gains a power card. You gain one of the power cards they did not keep. I don't think I would ever hit the threshold for plant. But that's actually really cool. You somehow destroyed the top. I'm somewhat well positioned enough to just push. Pillar of Living Flame. 2 from a sacred site. 3 fear, 5 damage. 5 damage is nice. If target land is jungle or wetland, add 1 blight. It being 2 from a sacred site is plenty for range. Like, I would just need to set up on 1, really, to get up to here. It would add a blight, which would cascade if I did that. That 5 damage is... And then Storm Swap. 2 fear in both origin land and target land, 1 damage to each invader. You have 2 fire, 3 air, 2 water. +1 fear, +1 range. Even more damage. And in lands where you did damage, destroy 1. Wow. I think it comes down to Briny Deep or Entwined Power. Because destroy all invaders. I don't think I get rid of Reaching Grasp in that case. Oh no, target land coastal. Reaching Grasp wouldn't do anything for me on that. Glad I saw that before. Yeah. That wouldn't be coastal. Get rid of your problem on F2. Then there's also Entwined Power, which we could use each other's presence to target, which could be really helpful for me targeting more inland on the non-coastal cards. Like, I could, I don't know, isolate F7. I could already do that with the one range there. Never mind. Yeah. It would let you gain a power and I'd get... So... with that, if you choose a major power, you would have to forget. Would I also have to forget a power to gain one of the majors that you didn't choose? In that case? I see what... Okay. I figured that would be the case, but... Building towards cast down just sounds so funny, though. Just because, oops, there goes the board. Takes 9 energy. I wouldn't be able to do it yet. But it would make the energy gain a lot more enticing if I could build towards destroy the board. You could forget the major you just gained, I suppose. Yeah. And honestly, Pillar of Living Flame doesn't sound half bad either. These are just a good selection. My only concern with this is adding Blight, which the lands we're concerned about for needing the damage would end up getting the Blight. What do you think, Drake? Build towards cast down? Cast down is one of the few powers with its own animation. Cast down also has the advantage of major fear gain. Yeah, that's very true. Even if we're not going for the threshold on that. Yeah. So yeah. What do I have in here? Guardian Serpents does have Sun and Earth. If I go towards the card plays, I might actually be able to. Like, I'm moving one presence off here now. If the next turn I do presence in any oceans on the 2 of those, that'd be extra energy, extra card play. Yeah, I do think I do cast down. The question now is, what do I actually get rid of? And I think it's Reaching Grasp. It sucks. I don't like the idea of getting rid of it. But it seems like the least useful in our current situation. All of the deeps, I guess, would be the other consideration. Because it's quote unquote just gathering explorers. What do I need for that? Water and earth are the two major ones there. For element count. Just forget cast that. You right. I'll drop Call of the... I think we might still find a niche use for this. So I want the third card play. I think I wanted the sacred site up here. Okay. Definitely playing that. Definitely playing this for the defend. And I don't want to burn through too much energy. I'm gonna go with Sucking Ooze. That gives me a lot of options for fast. Wow. And hey, extra fear. Okay, finish playing cards. Going into the fast phase, I know this is timing and whatnot. Gonna take a quick break. This one's actually going to be a quick break and not an extended one because traffic is stupid. Be back in a few minutes. I promise. See you all in a few so that Twitch can do its ad thing. Loop. Okay. Well, bam. Back from the break. Told you it'd be an actual quick break this time. Uh. Let's see what we can do about trying to get this mess of a board dealt with, because I'm realizing we're halfway through the Explore cards. Almost halfway through the Explore cards. We've not really done much here. And if the Explore deck runs out, well, if I'm remembering correctly. Watching Veda is meant to be a world-building review, but it's literally a theory plus I can fix. Oh. Yep, when they try to explore, but can't. Yeah. So, you have any fast stuff you wanted to do? No, this is all on me right now. Okay. I want to defend this. Because this Ravage is about to happen. I want to... How is this worded? Push up to 3 to home. Yeah, simple enough. I want to push them from here to here. Because now there's the 3 defend there, and they're going to take out the invaders. Okay. I could isolate one of these. I mean, I'm getting fear. What would be the best one to isolate? I've already seen mountain. It's going to be sands, forest, or wetland. Don't think it... Everything is at least 2 away from an ocean or only 2 away from an ocean on my side. Except this wetland, but I can't target the wetland. Isolate is best in empty lands. Too bad there aren't any, right? Well, I wouldn't want to do it in an empty land anyways, because 2 fear if invaders are present. Speaking of fear, fear. Wetlands look the worst of the bunch, so... Yes, this one... Because Isolate doesn't affect spirits using powers, right? It only affects invaders. Okay. Eh. Then I don't think the choice is going to matter too much on this. I'll throw it at the wetlands here. Hey, we get another fear card. Hey, terror level bumped up. Let's see how the event ruins our plan. We're on stage 2 still. Island is healthy. Let's see. On each board, choose a land with a town or city ravaged there. That's no bueno. Actually, we've got the defense up. And defending doesn't... It's not like you lose the defending. So that's fine. Oh no? Like, Explorer's Blunder. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with East. Uh, cool. And then in each land with 3 or more Dahan, 2 damage and defend 2. So the one land that's already wiped out the invaders because of the bonus Ravage. 1 fear per board with both invaders and Dahan. Lands with Dahan have defend. Jeez. Okay. The invaders really got hit there. Invaders explore jungle. Okay. I can drown 1 town. In any of my coasts or 1 and 3 on your board. What do you have planned? Best of Doctor versus range of 0 this one. Oh, I thought you were accounting for that. for gore. Or nor. Um, you could still. Because it's what? If it's mountain or wetlands? Still decent to put disease in F7. Yeah. And hey, more fear is never bad. More fear is probably never bad. I don't know, there might be a spirit out there that, like, fear bad? Yeah, I don't know. Guess I should look at mine. Then where do I want to drown one? Using massive flooding, okay. I probably am going to drown the town in E1. Just because you have, like, Dahan and defense options on your part of the board. Or your board. Yeah. Or do I get rid of the one on mountain for E2? Because that could still either... That is going to be sands. No, it could be wetlands as well. But that could still be either sands or mountains. I don't want it building up as much on... E4? But if I start getting the threshold for that, I could break 2 buildings there. I'll go with the sacred site. Like, reduce the buildings there. If you're claiming this turn, you can fully hit cast down the turn after. Just use cards carefully. Yeah. That would give... I think I'd be... Oh, no, I wouldn't have the cards for it if I did it this turn. I do agree with reclaiming this turn, though. And I think I do want a minor power. Are you done doing stuff on your side, Drake? Or are you waiting for me to see what my power is? Oh, you're currently choosing a card to gain. Okay. Yep, yep. Does it let us do that simultaneously? Oh, hey, cool. Let's see. Cycles of time and tide. If there are Dahan, add a Dahan. If there are no Dahan, remove a blight. Interesting. Route. Destroy 3 towns. 1 damage to each town and city. Add a blight. If I have 3 sun, destroy a city. You ever see Spur on or anything that grants elements? Rain of blood. Huh. 2 fear, and if target has at least 2 towns or cities, plus 1 fear. 1 fear per type of invader present. And then push 1 per blight. I mean, if I reaching grasped myself, I could use that on E8. How would that look energy-wise? Okay. Next turn, I need... Actually, if we're gonna do the threshold of cast down, I'm gonna stop caring so much about what's going on the top board. We're gonna start working on the bottom board. So if you want to rescue anything from the top board, would you be able to attack F4 at all? No. If you put a presence there... Oh, wait, F4? Why F4? F7. Okay. Still no, I don't think. If some Dahan end up there, Veil the Knight's Hunt would deal 1 damage to one of them. What do I need? I will need 1 sun, 1 moon. Already got the moon. I don't have to worry about that. I will need 1 sun, 2 more water, and 3 more stone. So if I save Cast Down, Guardian, and Sucking Ooze. Actually, that's not a bad idea, but we'll have to be next turn then. That should be fine. Yeah, Cast Down, Guardian Serpent, and Sucking Ooze. Two. And then a fourth card. That means 3 more. Or if I do both presents on that, I would get the Urn. And those card plays would be plenty. F1, F3 will get blighted. I can use Grasping Tide for one of them. With the 2 fear, defend 4. That would put me down to 9 energy. How much energy do I need for next turn? You get enough water with only 3 card plays? Yes, I get enough water. I would have to be excessively picky with stone, though. I've already got 1 water. Cast Down would put me at 2. And then 3. Oh, no. I would need the 4th card play, so card play there. And I would have to make sure all 4 do Earth, Stone, whatever. So if I maintain 10 energy, I can cast down Guardian Serpent, Sucking Ooze, and Swallow the Land Blow. If I'm doing this one, I will gain 1 energy from that. And then another energy from Presence board, because I can get rid of Presence. Both of them will be saved, so it's only 2? Okay. Then I should be able to Grasping Tide to there. E3 looks like it should be fine. E1 should be fine. E2... We don't care, we're getting rid of E. Like, we'll lose the extra blight, but yeah. It's slow, though. Could fail to handle 2. Yeah. Because could push the 3 to Han from, was that 5? From 5 into 2. I don't actually know what I want from this. Cycles of time and tide, I guess, just for the extra for the elements. And the Dahan creation. Or weep for what is lost so I can get more fear per light. Or get more fear on lands that have light and invaders. And that won't really be a thing on this board. Maybe I go Rain of Blood just as an option to have more air for pound ships to splinters. We'll go with that and see how this works out, because I'm iffy on, or I'm feeling meh about all of these. Okay. Then gather a presence. Gather one from there. I don't think I need a sacred site for... I mean, I could play that this turn, actually. So I'll leave the sacred site alone on that one. So, go ahead and play that. Want to keep that. Want to keep that. Want to play Veil of the Night's Hunt. Push that over. I would need a water for another year of pound ships to splinters. If I take Grasping Tide, I can at least try to keep a little bit more blight on this card. How does this look for Threshold? Because I'm going to have 1 moon, 1 water. Thinking ahead for F7, F8. Yeah. Maybe aim for Innate plus Aquifers in F7. Oh, yeah, that would be 3 damage between the two. Okay. Don't have the drown option there. Right, I was looking at Threshold. I think Element Gathering is currently the strategy that baits me the most. I'll need 2 sun. I'll get an extra sun and stone there, so that'll be fine. I need 2 moon. I get a moon there, and a moon from the track. That's fine. Need 4 water, which 1 from that, 1 from the track. Most likely swallow the land dwellers because it gives water and stone. And sucking ooze because water and stone. So that'll be 4 water. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 from the track. And then the stone will be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And I'll need an extra card play. Which we're already accounting for with Guardian Serpents. So the 4 cards will be Cast Down, Swallow, Guardian Serpents, and Sucking Ooze. And then we just destroy my starting board. And that'll be the... Got 8 energy now, plus 1 from that, plus 1 from this. Will put me at 10. So 9 and 1, 10. Okay. I think my side of things, at least, is planned out for the next turn. Do you have fast stuff? You do have fast stuff. You're going to be doing a defend. Two. Oh, you're 1 short on Ohm. Which is a shame. Okay. I want to move from here. That's a 3. That would defend 4 and wipe them out already. I could go ahead and push this last one down into F1 to completely wipe out the invaders there. Or I could push it into one of these in preparation. Did you have any other plans for F1? Okay. Then let's go ahead and just clear out all the presents there. Or all the invaders there. This would help preserve some blight. And hey, fear is good. And then, oh hey, fear. Okay. Healthy Island. In each land with 2 or more towns, push 1 town to a land without a town. No lands with 2 or more towns adjacent to a land without town. 1 fear per board with disease. On each board, 2 damage to Dahan in a land with disease. Well, hey. Didn't have any Dahan in that land. During Ravage, Dahan only... So as I've jokingly said multiple times about how the event card's going to screw up our plans, if I pushed all three Dahan to F2, we could have still gotten rid of that town, or that city. Each player removes one explorer or town from a land with 2 or fewer invaders. Uh, yeah, I think... I can still get rid of the city. That's good. Uh, considering Dahan are only going to deal 1 damage. Might want to get rid of the town from F3. Because at least in F1, the 2 Dahan will get rid of the town there. Can't? Why not? I can't reach after... Oh, no, I'm talking about the current fear effect. We get to remove 1 explorer town from a land with 2 or fewer invaders. Because, like I said, I'm not too concerned about my board with next turn's plans. Let the ravaging commence. Kind of awkward timing with the weaker Dahan, but oh well. We'll make it work. Okay. How are we looking on? 2 more cards would get us to Terror 3 at least. Uh... Could you undo that real quick and let me do Rain of Blood first? Or do we have to vote on the undo? Because that way this still has 2 buildings in it, and I get 3 terror instead of 2. Oh, we get 3 terror. Fear. Words are hard. And now destroy to your heart's content. Okay. Want this. Might as well be putting my presence down here on your board. Rest in peace, all my presents on the upper board. Ooh. You. That has cast down threshold. Do need a sacred site. Good call. Got a sacred site up on that board now. Okay. Have the threshold. Or cast down. Oh, this is gonna be fun to see. Alright. I am done playing cards. Uh... Ravaging Jungle. You don't have a sacred site on any of those. Oh, hey, Boon of Vigor. Which one's that? Gain 1 energy per power card they played this turn. Oh. Hello for more energy. Okay. Yeah, the defend on Guardian Serpents isn't going to do anything. Here, if invaders are present, isolate target land. Well, invaders sure are present. Hoping the event doesn't fuck too hard with me, right? You want a beast token on 2 or 5? In case the event references them. I think 5. Okay. And land are more tricky for me. Yeah. On each board... Oh, we're down to 3. Invaders do +3 damage per land when ravaging... Oh, God. Ravaging in lands with presence. Oh. That's going to be 6. Ouch. The last part of the event. Each spirit with at least 3 to hunt among all its lands means I power now instead of... Okay. So goodbye top board immediately. Each beast token destroys one explorer. We could go ahead and get rid of the 1 on 5, yeah. Oh, it's each of them. Yeah, makes sense. The question is, do I go ahead and destroy the top board? Or do I protect F2? I don't have the range for F2. Never mind. Top board it is. There we go. They're level 3. Holy crap. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, the invaders struggle to deal with their growing terror. We've got 3 fear cards. I'm curious to see what these do for us. Each player remove up to 3 health worth of invaders from from a land without. Huh. Well, that protected F2. Each player removes 1. Oh. Oh, that's gay. I'll let you finish off the one you've been working on. Oh. Oh, wow. That's one hell of a cascade. Yeah, that just wiped out all of the invaders. We would have won regardless next turn. Yeah, that's cool to see. Didn't even get to see what the last fear card was. Oh, hey. Defend 9 in all coastal lands. Skip all build actions in coastal. Wow. What else did we have? Deal less damage during Ravage. Don't heal damage. Ooh. And then this one doesn't really matter because by the time you get to this last one, the victory card is revealed. Each player chooses a different land to isolate, also defend 4 in those lands. I like how the board is still shifted down to account for or the view is still shifted down to account for there being a board up here. But it's just, gone. That's a cute animation, watching it tip up like that and all the pieces sliding off. That's amazing. This has been fun, though. Thanks for tuning in again, Sort of Rodent. Thanks for all the little suggestions, the tips. It's greatly appreciated in a game like this. There's so many little tidbits that are easy to overlook or misconsider if you're not aware of interactions. And especially with the digital version, like with the major power earlier that Drake accidentally forgot. Super helpful. Very appreciated. With that, though, this will be the end of the stream. I will definitely be back on Saturday to continue Legends ZA. Hopefully my partner will actually be back in action at that point, so she can join. She's snoozing back there right now, been coughing a lot less. She is doing a lot better than yesterday, which is cool. Yeah, what? Normal shilling stuff, like, subscribe, follow, blah, 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 all the interactive bits. Other fun animations. Dream of Untouched Land, Explosive Eruption, and Stomp It Flat. Oh, I will make a note of them. Because either on stream, off stream, playing with Drake, playing with whoever, we'll have to see some of them. Yes, thank you again for joining. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the time zone. And I hope to see you all in the future. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.